So today I will be doing a video on There's Someone Inside Your House. High school kids get picked off one by one because they each committed a wrongful act. This story follows a girl with a troubled past. She has a lot of friends, and they're all stressing out about graduation while also dealing with a serial killer picking off their classmates. And the killer wears a mask of the victim's face right before murdering them. This was a lot better than I expected. So much better, and I almost skipped it because the trailer looked terrible. The murder scenes were the best part. I had goosebumps, and my favorite scene was the one taking place in a church. But all of them had nice build-ups. This reminded me a lot of the movie Initiation, which I also enjoyed, that came out earlier this year. It was similar mainly because of the brutal kills and the way the killer was dressed. These slasher movies are going to have to come up with more creative costumes. Despite liking it, it does feel like I'm watching the same movie all over again, just with a new cast. The worst part of this were the characters. They were boring. They just say things and have boring personalities. If it wasn't for the diverse casting, I would have forgotten who was who. There were times I kept forgetting about these two in particular. They did not need to be there. I was also afraid it would be too woke. Nothing wrong with being woke, but I was worried it would be too on the nose. I was happy it didn't turn out that way. The first half of the movie was far better than the second half, and I think that has to do with the fact that the second half focuses more on the main girl and her backstory. And she's a very boring person. I did not care about what she was going through or what she had to say, and a lot of that has to do with the writing. It's like they put more effort into the murder scenes than actually making interesting characters. Every time there was space in between each death, I was tapping my foot, waiting for it to get back to the killer and their next victim. I recommend this, but I more so recommend watching Initiation, which is basically the same as this, but much better. And the killer's motive in that made a lot more sense. Whereas in this, they seem all over the place, unhinged, with too much time on their hands. I would watch this again just for the death scenes, and I give this a 5.5 out of 10.